Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, this just wouldn't work. It just would not work. So, we have Bloody Monday coming up, where there'll be lots of changes, but it doesn't seem like teams are waiting to start making moves. Some teams have already started getting themselves together. The Giants have already hired a new GM. He's already started getting rid of some of the executives and players and so on. Teams are saying, you know what? There's no day like today. Let's start getting this stuff together. Our season's over with. Let's start planning for next. And with that being said, Jay Gruden has been basically kept in Washington, which is a surprise because he was one of the coaches that was on the hot seat, and this is definitely not a fan favorite because the fans in Washington really wanted some blood. But Jay Gruden will stay there for another year. Now, another interesting tie-in with the Gruden family is Tampa Bay has decided to hold on to their coach, which also means one of the places that John Gruden talked about coming back to has dried up. Now, one of the other spots that he was talking about, of course, was the New York stinking Giants. Now, the Giants, like I said, we've got a new GM that's now in place. He's already getting rid of people. The question is, will they interview John Gruden? Now, John Gruden has said, hey, I'll love to coach there as long as Eli Manning is still going to be there. And the Giants have already said that it looks like Eli will be returning as well as Odell Beckham. So, it's going to be interesting there. Now, I know we're all on coaches' watches in Dallas. We're hoping and praying that, Jerry Jones wakes up and makes a change with Jason Garrett, but we all really know that that's not the case. However, I will say this much. With the fact of two coaches who we thought were going to be gone, so far we only know for sure that Marvin Lewis is out in Cincinnati, who has been there for way too long. He was one of two coaches that have been tenured at the same team for 7 years and not to have gone to a Super Bowl or won one. Can you guess who the other one is? Go ahead. Can you guess? I'll give you a minute. Go ahead. Jason Garrett for 500. Yeah, Marvin Lewis and Jason Garrett, the only coaches with the same team for 7 years plus, not to have gone to a Super Bowl or won one. That's it. That's the list. So Jason Garrett, he's there by himself if he stays in Dallas. But I got to tell you, the thing that drives me crazier, because what drives me craziest is the most is how we continually lose leads. The Rams, Green Bay, Seattle. These are all games that we're up at halftime and clicking on also, not because we've gotten some turnovers or pick sixes, but because we were dominating the game. But for whatever reason, we can't hold leads. The other teams come out second half, and I still say I hate that we get the ball first every time, because what always happens is the other team gets the ball, they get in the second half, they go down and score, they have the ball to end the half, they score there, all of a sudden it's that big swing, and we just don't even have the ball. But we can't hold leads, and I still believe that that's coaching. It's play calling. It's having guys adjust at halftime. On the flip side, look at Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll is 47-0 when he's had a lead at halftime of 4 points or more. That's incredible. Could you imagine if we had won some of those games that we were up in the second half and didn't? Just think about that. We've had so many of them, like Green Bay, we're up 26-3 and losing. A couple of games against the Lions where we're up by 21 points in the second half and lose it. That, my friends, goes back to coaching. And it's been the same thing over and over and over and over throughout Jason Garrett's tenure. You can't coach in the second half. Now, it would be even worse if it weren't for Tony Romo having so many comebacks. But this coaching staff just does not know how to coach the second half. They can't deviate from original game plan. They can come out with a game plan that's perfect, execute that, but when it comes time to work on the fly, they just can't seem to do it. And I'm not sure I have faith that they'll all of a sudden the light bulb will go on after 7 years of us doing the same thing. I'm hoping there'll be some changes because we as fans deserve better. Jerry Jones, you deserve better. But we'll have to wait and see. Whew. Tomorrow's the last game of the season. Went too fast. And now it's the long off season. And another wasted opportunity. As always, friends, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. I'll see you soon.